I want to start out by saying this is a short video, and it's kind of on the idea of mental health and the illness and the issues that the United States is facing. And I constantly think about it because I have friends everywhere, because I look at posts everywhere. I look at both sides of the spectrum, and I try to understand what's going on. Because I notice people that I'm even friends with, they're outraged and they're freaking out and emotionally just going berserk over things that don't affect their lives, or if they do affect their lives, it's such a minute scale that they're never going to see anything happen. And what I think's happening, the image behind me kind of gives a hint at what's going on, is that just simply witnessing right now what our government is doing, I would say we could categorize the behavior of the government and the illness it's instilling on its citizens as dependency-oriented psychological control, where it's using tactics of fear, guilt, and a sense of threat to discourage independence of its citizens. And it's doing it by these types of topics like Prop 50, Russia, Ukraine, North Korea, Israel, Palestine, Mamdani in New York. All of these things just constantly instilling fear. And my big idea here is, like, pretend that the US government, whatever side you want to choose, is somebody's parents, your best friend's parents. And you witness your friend constantly being in anxiety and fear, thinking something's wrong with them, being outraged at the slightest inconvenience. And then when you go over to their house and stay, you witness how their parents psychologically abuse them. And it's easy to witness because you can't believe it, because it's not normal. And essentially, I think this is what's going on with us, is our government is instilling fear and anxiety that's just mentally deteriorating us, emotionally destroying us. And I think unless we get a hold of this, we're never going to fix the big picture. It's divide and conquer with all of these wild topics that at the end of the day, we can't do anything that we really want to do. I mean, look at the Epstein files, right? Everybody in MAGA or following Trump, one of the biggest letdowns is the Epstein files and Palestine. And that's both sides of the spectrum. But we as a single people cannot do nothing about it. It's the people in control, the people that have been in control, the people that finance everything in this country, the people that have financed wars, the people that have financed world wars. And it's not just, you can say Trump or you can say Biden, because after all, political corruption is what steers our policies and our legislation, and all of us suffer. I mean, look what's going on right now with the government shutdown and EBT. Both sides are using it as leverage in different ways, but we're not going to analyze how, but they are all using leverage, because if they honestly had empathy towards their citizens, they would figure out how to allow at least funding for EBT. Now, EBT itself is an issue, right? Should everybody that's getting EBT be getting EBT? Probably not. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the Munchausen syndrome by proxy, or what's now called a fictitious disorder imposed on another. Unfortunately, if you look at our country as a living, breathing thing, its citizens, its government is its immune system, and it's attacking itself. For what reason? I don't know. But something's happening here that's affecting all of us, regardless of what side you're on. Remember, what I'm trying to say here is we're more alike than we are different. And yeah, we can get mad at each other and we could get angry. It's because like we're a big giant family. But remember, we haven't been solving any of the issues that we've had at hand. It's just constant manipulation at the top. It's constant gaslighting. And you know what? Maybe it's time we listen to each other, because nobody at the top is listening to us.